Welcome to the live. Welcome. See him. Hello. Welcome. Well, family. Welcome to tonight's live. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Mike. Welcome. What's Mike? LIT. Gorillas. Whichever. Cotton. Whichever. Yes, welcome. Greetings. Greetings and welcome. And Ireland. Big up Ireland. Daniel. Welcome. Iran. Welcome. Just enjoying myself with some rocks here. Dublin, Snow. Or are you from the Caribbean? Sure I am. Proctor. Okay. Welcome. Yeah. Say hi to the Beverly Proctor. Patrick, welcome. All 19908, welcome. Who be my friend? Trump. Continue. Welcome. Magnish India. Big up India in the house. Big up India. Okay, let me get this music off. Okay. Alex, welcome. Next I know YouTube will say Alula. Manish Kumar. Good morning. Have you got your coffee yet? What do you have in the morning as a beverage? I have cold things. I don't use hot beverage in the mornings. Now, like that. Tis better. Hello. question about the stream? What about it? Ask your question. I hope I can give you some reasonable answers. Alex, how was your day? It was good. I was out all day. Bangladesh, welcome. Big up Bangladesh. CVI. Coma Esther. Oh, the names are going so fast. The names are going extremely fast. GOP, welcome. Hung off my nuts. Um, what that? Pork chops. Okay, Mr. Pork chops. No problem. Well, you have your pork chops it. Okay. CM, I see. These things are moving so fast. Jeffrey, welcome. Yeah, AI 1990. Simpon, Keon, welcome. BD Nuts, welcome. Welcome to each and every one that is coming in. Welcome. If I don't call your name, I welcome you. I acknowledge you. And so, welcome to you that is coming in at this time. My twins, gaming. Can you do it? And welcome into the those that are out of my life street, out of this time zone. I welcome you as well. ESS something there. It is gone. It's moving up very fast. Um, you can't stop laughing. GOP, what is it? Hung off my nuts. I can't stop laughing. I don't know. Something I said that is just funny. Maybe that. So you're laughing. Okay, no problem. There's always something to laugh about. Don't carry it back. Not laugh. Nomia or no Nonia. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Big up to everyone. Big up, big up. Up top. You heard I said? Up top, up top, up top. Yeah. You came back, you are back, Daniel. Raw tune or raw whatever. Better to laugh than to be sad. Laughter is medicine to the bone. Yeah. Lu- Luigi. I. Welcome. Big up. Big up, big up, big up, big up. This is what they say in the Caribbean. So maybe some of you don't used to it that way. But when we are saying big you up, big up, yeah, up, 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 be strong, see yours, welcome you. Castle, grandson Castle, you look like a son, I'm sure you are. How is your day? My day was good, was wonderful, except, you know, we got to bundle up to go outside. So while outside today was all layers, bundle up from head to toe. Ademar need um get off your nuts. Okay, you seem to love that one, don't you? I'm gonna print a t-shirt with some on there. Yeah. Big up to each and every one. Big up, big up. Welcome to the live this evening. So much of we're just gonna be reasoning. You are learning? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you are learning something. We're just gonna be reasoning tonight as you come in. You just, yeah, touch the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. But those that have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, you God-fearing Caribbean ladies. Oh yes. I hope you're God-fearing too. Yeah. And there's something to be clarified because some people use the way fear to be afraid of. Well, that's not how the Bible said it. No. I fear you. I am afraid of you. That's not how it is being said. Because he also said, it's not robbery to be equal with God. So if you're fear, if the fear that we use means run, hide yourself, you know, no, it's not how it meant. And I listen to persons really put it that way. Brimstone and fire gonna come down on you. And we use those things to drive fear. That is the fear. Driving fear in people. I, Joshua. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the word fear, we have to look how it was used, in what context it is being used, you know. That internet therapy is true, maybe, don't know. So some of the times you listen to people, you heard the man on the pulpit and he's saying, come to God now. If not, no, no. We use that word to really drive fear, indeed, on people. And if I fear you, I am not going to talk with you because I am going to be feeling intimidated and threatened and everything that you are going to hurt me. That's how we view God. Not that he doesn't have the power to do what he's want to do, but he do not want people to fear, run, hide, stay behind somewhere and no. If not, he would not have said, it is not a robbery to be equal with God. If we're going to fear him so much, because we are said, okay, we committed a sin and we go running, hiding someplace. Where can we hide? Hmm? So, we have to look at these words that we use. It has been used I sit in church and, oh my God, as a young person, and when the preacher step up there and when him start rain down brimstone and fire and him start to do something and the fear and the of people, the altar filled, and next 1,000 people being baptized, and sometimes not one out of 1,000 remain. You use certain wording and certain power and people to capture them. It's like if a child, you're growing up and there is nothing you do can appease your parent. And every time you look, oh my God, they are going to punish me. They are going to do that. Even when you have something good and nice to say, you don't know how to say it because you don't know how they're going to react to you. You don't know if you have to start run. That's not how God wants the people to be. And guess what? This is persons that went to theological college and learn. Any pastors is on here, please don't hold it against me because I can bring you to the scripture. But I'm not about that because I don't really preach religion. I just speak what I know some of the time, sometimes, yeah. And use the wording that suits the situation or the position. Yeah. Okay. When they went to the theological college, you have to learn the you call it the the matrix. Is it the matrix? Am I getting a word mixed up here? Theatrics. Thank you. Use the theatrics. Hi Chloe, how are you? Big up, welcome. You gotta use the theatrics. And when you are being practiced how to preach and how to sway the crowd and how to get and how to go up high and how to come down low and how to... Camille, best comedy. I hope you are laughing. Yeah, ask any pastor that went to the theological college. They practice them how to preach. Hmm? How to win you over. You know, when to mellow it, man. And serve you the words. Um, and you see them go, and they go high, and they go out, and they're out here. This is the same way and put you up Guild Street. Put you up Gill Street. You felt guilty in yourself. You feel like, oh, I won't be forgiven. My sin is so big. It's so heavy. It is so dirty. Sometimes you wonder, is it you're speaking about the same God who says, I forgave you even before you was born. I know who was coming. I know you. It's a gay fetish show. Okay, enjoy it. Whoever that is, I don't know if you're talking about me anyhow. But I am talking about the word fear. And then you're running from the Lord. And you won't speak because I fear you will rain down fire and brimstone. You know? So if most of you fear this person so much, or fear the being, or fear the universe the way we said it, then Brianna, it doesn't make any sense. It won't mean anything to us because we have somebody we can speak to. We have somebody who wants to listen to us. And I can really have a couple of things that a lot of people went to their grave thinking this is it. And this is how it is being done. You know, religion is a hell of a thing here. Yeah, religion. You're here for the erratic role play. I guess you're on the wrong street. Wrong building. Turn around. Put it in reverse. Turn around and go down on the other street. You may find that one. Okay? So if you just speak just what come out of your mouth and you don't listen, you won't get the essence of what the person is saying. You understand? You won't get the essence of it. But for those that, hi Paul, how you doing? Really? Is 1956 glasses? You think so? Oh, ah. Well, if it is brought back in, well, thank the Lord because I paid pretty pennies for it. hmm So you would have walked into the glasses places and it's a name brand too, 1956. Thank you very much. There's a lot of things we are wearing and listening from that time, eating and speaking about it. If I can speak Negrish, what the hell that is. Anyhow, this is how some of the things go. I welcome you all to be here. It's a great welcome. It's a nice thing. Could you please like, share, and subscribe? Yeah. For those that are having their birthday, well, that is, they suit me. Which of the suit? SUIT. Which one? Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So that fear that we speak about, what you came on a criticizing ground, you shouldn't be very critic of your behaviors, okay? If you criticize and laugh, I started a joke. It set the whole world laughing, but I didn't know that the joke wasn't me. I started to laugh. It set the whole world laughing because I didn't know that the joke wasn't me. So a lot of people may think that they're making joke and fun at other persons. But guess what? Daryl or Daniel, you are only doing it for yourself. Learn that one. There's a lot for you to know, a lot to learn. There are some things. Idle mind speak idle things. Mhm. Idle mind, idle thinking speak idle things. You push out things that doesn't make sense. There were some children, um, 40 of them. I'm going to find it for the scripture and show it to you. And Elijah, each time they're coming from school, they started to mock this man. Go up, ye bald Elijah, go up. And Elijah not saying anything to them. And they find it as an arena to keep mocking. Mocking people is not a good thing. Yeah. Go up, ye bald Elijah. Persons with scripture, anybody here? Find it. Find it and read it. Yeah. Go up, ye bald. And they did it all the while. And one day when they all gather doing what they do best and always doing, 3 bear came out and ripped all 40 of them. And the scripture told you about mocking others. There was this man being mocked because he had leprosy. And you know what happened? It was taken from the leper and put onto the man that was so good and seemed himself so clean and nice. And he became a leper. And the one with the leper get clean and live in. in Proverbs. And I speak every time it's to KD doing, or you, I'm doing fine, I'm doing well. Persons go around and they mock people. They make it as if they are their arena. It's not good. Some of the times things happen to you. You don't even know where it's coming from. Be careful of the things that you push out of your mouth. You understand? Be careful. And take it as serious as I give it to you tonight. You'll see people and you don't know what happened. But I'm going to find it in Proverbs and tell you, when persons keep on to other people, whatever the problem that person have, it shifts to them. Be careful as a mocker. Okay? And you don't drink no wine. You don't drink no strong drink. But you use people as they are mockery. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because most of you that is doing this, you are family at home. Maybe you have mother, you have father, you have sister, you have somebody. Be careful, because the mockery might right into your house. You are going to be seeing the mockery in front of you displayed like a mirror every time. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. There was a time in Jamaica, I think I might go on YouTube and thing there and tell you what year this was, and you can read it. This lady, there is a place in Jamaica where the mineral bath is. That parish and that J. Blige, thank you very much. I hope you could write it out and let somebody see it. Okay? Good. And this lady were there preaching. If you don't have good to say, shut your mouth. And if you don't want to hear, excuse yourself. And she was there preaching. She was saying that that community was going to be destroyed. Yeah. And I'm going to look in here and find when was Bath, the flood in Bath, the disaster. And while she was there, this guy, he sat there and they keep mocking the woman. She did not ask for an offering. If persons want to give the offering, be free, and she didn't took it in her hand. She put something down and they say you can drop the offering in there. Yes. And the guy pick up a bottle top, the cap on the bottle, and drop it in there. And she prayed. And she said she's blessed the person who put the bottle cap in the offering. She's praying for them too. But guess what? You too are going to be destroyed in the flood. Did it happen? It did. It did. He went and he saved many people. That was a flood. It is Bath, St. Thomas, Jamaica, where one of the botanical garden is, where the hot and cold water, where the hot water is coming out of the rock. There. He stood there and he mocked and he jeered and he went on. And the day of the flood, and I'm not telling you about the flood, what God did say with the boat. Okay? He went and he saved so many people out of their house, get them across the water. And at the end of the day, 3 days later, they found him at where the sea starts and the river ends. It was a destructive action. I was about 5 years old at the time because my people them did have persons live in Bath where they had to house at our house. And we weren't in Bath. We were living miles away from them. So listen to me. You may go and you go on other people's live and they are saying something and you people mock and you jeer and you saw everything instead of turning the searchlight on yourself and see the flaws that you have. You who speak and say some things, you have so many things to laugh at and your own self. You have so many things to jeer at your own self. You go on the street and you saw people, they're sick, you don't know what is wrong with them, and you take it as a joke. You take it as a mockery. And if you turn around in your own home, there is mockery there. You have relative to mock. You have yourself to mock. Turn the light on yourself. Look at yourself. And look when you are jeering other people. 1998, 86. Oh, it's not 8. Let me find that. It's not 1986. The disaster in Bath, Jamaica. The disaster, the flood in Bath, Jamaica. What year was it? Okay. It was 1979. Let me see if this one is right. No, not the, they are giving me the hurricane. Not the hurricane I want. The great devastation in Bath, Jamaica. They're not giving me the one I wanted. They are giving me the worst natural disaster in Jamaica. 1979 in Jamaica was the biggest storm. We're not talking about the storm. We're talking about the river. But that river is the longest river, the only river that runs east to west. Only river. It is the PGR River, Plantain Garden River in Bath. And it's two main river meet together. And it put Bath flat. Talking about upstairs, everything moved. It was a great disaster. This is telling me about the step. Okay, look for something else. The, the PGR River in Bath, the disaster, what here? Okay, let me see if this is it. What here was the Yellow River flood, 1877. This is begun in the September 1887. Killed 930,000 people. No, that's not the one I want. This isn't the one I want. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna put it up one of the evening on it. I'm gonna get the correct. If not, I'm gonna call home and get the correct date and time. Be careful of what we do. And most of the person who do certain things, they're adult. They know better than what they are doing. You don't go and you sit and you do certain thing, right? You don't do it. Each time when you're doing things, look around you, look on yourself. Sometimes we damage our own self because we use other people. Some people are sick and you start using their situation as if it is a fire rocket. Stop doing it, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. For heaven's sake, stop it. Some person don't get along in life and they're asking, what did I do? I am this, I am that. Think of what is coming out of your mouth. Let it be something good and pleasing. Don't get up and just use up your breath like stupid. Stop it. Stop it. And if I say something that happened from in the ancient time, it happened now. It happening now. Be careful. Tongue is the smallest member of your body, but it is the wickedest member on your body. Your tongue can cut bone and marrow. And don't do things that people have to speak on you because their tongue will cut you down. So don't do it. Stop it, for heaven's sake. Princess Vlog, I am being rude for what? Oh, sorry. Not me. Sorry there. Okay? You must stop it, man. You take it to, if you're not here to participate in a proper manner, it doesn't spell sense, you come. It doesn't spell sense. Right? There are so many people thing I went on. I get something from it. You're out on the street, you get something from it. So yeah, I realized. I must stop it. You get on onto the live and instead of you to listen something, or if you have something proper to say, say something proper. But you're here with a jeering as if we are in a jeering arena. You think these are the days when they take people throw into the and use them as sport with lion and tiger and bear? Stop it. For heaven's sake, stop it. Stop it. People go into institution and see people and they use, you hear have other people take people sickness and then do it. Go back to the scripture and it will tell you. You hear I speak about the 40 children who was destroyed by bear? Yes. God said, be careful of your mockery. You don't do it. Don't you do it, please. Okay, so I say that. For those that are having their birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy, happy birthday. Have your birthday, enjoy your birthday, because this birthday will not come again. Right? You know, Sometimes ago, this this person was a child, and this adult were saying some real derogatory things about the child. And coming on and I'm saying, oh my God. I want to say, woman, stop. For heaven's sake, stop it. This is somebody's child. Don't do it. And you know what happened after? She lost her own child and her only child. There is a nurse, and I'm going to say her name, and I'm not going to say where she's from, but I'm going to tell you her position. She is a nurse. She's a midwife. And she came into the institution, prim and proper, nice. Nothing is wrong with that, good. And she works, and when she worked down at the ward, a woman that never give birth yet never will able to tell the pain that a woman that gives birth that they feel. Any woman that have never given birth can never explain the pain that the woman who gave birth feels, whether it's a first child, sixth, or whatever child. And this was a highly trained woman working with the government. She works at the maternity ward. I'm just telling you some things that happen that we do them without any consideration, not knowing, it can come back to me. And the ladies are, you know, giving ease to their pain by screaming on. And she used words like this, and I'm going to say them nicely. When you go and did have your sex, you're in the ball. No, I want to shut up on the mouth. Yes. I work in that area. And I saw her and I said to her, stop it. Now when she came, she got married. And she's telling them, because some wasn't married, that's not our business, that's not our concern. If you don't have anything good to say to the person, for heaven's sake, leave their story alone. There, I am married. I have my husband. And she behave and she behave and she behave. Okay, then she got pregnant. Yeah. And she lived with the doctor into her pocket. Okay, that meaning she's not missing any of her antenatal clinic. Everything is okay. So when it reached to the point where she herself was to give birth, it wasn't an easy task. The pain that the other women were feeling to bring their child, I guess she get that pain 2 times more. At the end of the day, when the baby was born, the baby is a vegetable. Women here will understand what I mean when I said vegetable. The child born a vegetable. I am a living witness. The same husband she was gloating about and been mistreating the other persons eventually start sleeping around with somebody else. Maybe even one of those which she that fool around. That child remained a vegetable. I remember one night I went to work and she said to me, "Let us pray." I said, "What are you praying for? What are you going to be praying about?" She broke down in tears. She said to me, "I believe that what had happened to my child is because of how I treat the other women and their pregnancy and their delivery." You understand me? When she said it, I felt like something cold run through my body. To hear it from her mouth, I believe that is the way I treated the other people. That is the reason why my child became this. It couldn't do nothing for itself. When I said vegetable, it was a vegetable. And that child sits on her hand in that condition for a couple of years well. She could not get rid of that child in her sight. And the memory, she eventually leave that institution. So when I am saying people are to be careful what they do and what they do to people and what they say and how they said it, you will never know the repercussion that will be coming your way. She's a highly trained, high paid woman, and her treatment to the other people, whether they were married, unmarried, upon street, wherever, they need to be treated equally because it's pain. You never know, one of their child end up with one of your child, whether it is the boy to the girl or the girl to the boy. And that was her first child, and that was her experience she get. So when I am saying something, I'm not speaking of things I don't know. There is so many things throughout the time of life I am on earth in many different ways. Because of that, I am careful of what's spit out of my mouth to people. I gotta find out, yes, karma. Yes, karma. So sometimes people are going and they just loosely saying things. You are speaking out in the universe and yours are right there packaging to come to you. So be careful. Please be careful. Be careful. Last night, one session going on and I watch it and I watch it and it's like, okay. Yeah. Well, I am one person. I watch things. Yeah. And then afterward, I'll talk. The next thing, I'll just take you off a page. Because guess what? I have the page to protect. YouTube is not going to ask nobody that subscribe or don't subscribe about the page and, oh, you have allowed this to do or whatever. I am the one that is in it. And whether or not, when we are on a sale, we must be the leader. And don't lead from the back, but lead from the front. And if there's any teachers here, you know what I'm talking about. Because you have a set of children. And if you allow the children to lead you, then you might as well pick up your bag and go. You have to stand as the leader, not as the boss, as the leader, right? So don't matter how big or how old the person is, respect is due, and be careful of how you do certain things. Because you would never get into the courthouse of law and went there and behave the way you can't even see the officer and speak quite ill against to them. Respect due. And some of the behavior and some of the person who speak just tells me how they handle their home, their co-worker and their friends. Because if you handle them with respect, anywhere you go, it will be there with you. What they are doing, just tell me this is how you behave at your workplace. This is how at some place. Exactly. Treat people like how you would want people to treat you. You went to some offices, some business places, and they say to you, okay, you can't come in here with, we don't accept you with a sleeveless clothing. And you behave, and you behave. You know, look at it as, but nothing is wrong with it. It's their policy. That's their rule. All you have to do, sorry, you go. If you can make it a next appointment, or if you can get back the same day, you go change your clothes and come back. But no, you reason with the person and you're arguing. Nothing is wrong with it, but it's real. This is your policy. This is the policy of the company. And as I always said, you will never know. You will have to be leading a company one of the day. If you are young, you are going to be in the hot seat one of the day. Because maybe your job you chose is you are going to be, and you will have to lead from the front. You will have to show respect in order to get respect. And sometimes I wish some persons would have learned, because even some adults do some crazy, crazy things. They speak anyhow. We are not around a coffee table and you want anything want to jump out of your mouth. No, please stop it. Not nice, not good. I have to live and I have to talk, because guess what? There are younger person than I am who looked up to me. If I behave not because I am sitting in front of a camera and persons will even know me more than I know them, because somebody who saw me will see me and said, okay, I saw you, and yeah, you so. My behavior, I can't talk. I couldn't even maybe even scold my grandchild that is in here if my behavior is so rotten or over or with other people. Because guess what? People look at you, children look at you. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful. You understand? And sometimes when some of these things thrown back to some of them, they can't take it. Oh, no. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. Understand? People watch this channel. People Look at this girl. People who I know and people who I do not know. People who I work with before. People who have to interact with me before. And still. So listen to me. Well, guess what? You cannot give what you don't have. So you could talk until the place turned blue. If you don't have certain quality, you cannot put it out there. Berlin, was it Berlin? Who they all was in their conflict. And in their conflict, they took, I want to get them straight. They took the signs mark. You give what you have. And I find it to be such great lessons. Because with other things we do, you honestly can't give what you don't have. There was a war, and the only thing they could do is to load a load of garbage and dump it on their borders. Well, I guess everybody look at it and say, now look at that. This person is stirring up war. But guess what? We are going to be the bigger person. And we are going to show them that, look, we give what we have. You give what you have. And they load up all the food. I do a live on it already. It was just showing. So I'm just sort of going back to find where I have it. They load up food, canned food, bread, and all the rest of the things that is good for human consumption. And they took it and they put it, load it nicely on their border. And they put up a note, a flag, in the middle of it. And the writing says, each man gives what they have. And I'm sure that was an insult to the other ones. Each one gives what they have. So most of the time you saw the behavior of some persons, that is what they have, and that is only what they can give. Each person give what they have. You gave us a ton load of garbage. Thank you very much. That is what you have. That is what you can offer. But we can offer you food. We can offer you milk, bread, and all the food that you can think of. We can offer you it. So this is what we give. And we put a sign on it. Each man gives what they have. Okay? So, please, 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 don't look at it and say, well then, okay, I can sit on my phone and I can do da. No. As I said, this channel, we don't get in mix up. No. We don't get into it. We don't get into it. The name of the channel, speak what it stands for. And to each person that came and they subscribe and they are on this channel, they are on this channel for a reason. Okay? Good. They are here for those that share, yes. And we chat and we understand. Last night, I was sort of moved because this young man that says, I remember he said, I remember we had a live and he was participating in the live, but I didn't even know he was a child too until he says it. Oh, he said last night that his mother took her own life. And if you notice who were here last night when I said, no, 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 tell me that is not true. Give me something else. Tell me that is not true. And that little young man is always, if I'm in the kitchen, he said, I love the kitchen and thing like that. And when you said yes, and you are the one who helped me, tears came from my eye. Tears came from my eyes. Today, I remember last night and I was just wheeling it all over my brain and saying, I did sorry I did not, but he will come back, share my thing there with him that he can come in my inbox. Tears came from my eyes when he said, you are the one who helped me. Mark, I don't know him. It's just on the channel. But he came and he did say somebody passed away. And we prayed and I was encouraging him and we are talking or encouraging. And he came back last night, whatever our topic was, and he said, my mother took her own life. It was based on the topic that I had last night. And who were here when I said, I don't believe you, don't tell me that. Give me something else. And he said, yes, my mother took her life. And it is you who helped me. There are so many things that happen. Thank you very much. There are so many things that happen. And we will never know what other people are going through, whether be it a young one, a middle age, or whatever. Tears flow from my eyes when he said, and it's you who helped me. He didn't stay very long. He said, I'm going to my bed. If he read if oh red elephant, welcome. So when I am really saying here, be careful of what people been saying, because this young man, it's not for my place to ask him how or what. He's grieving. His mother has took her life for whatever reason. Hi, Timothy. Right? I am here and we were on a topic and somebody came on when I almost ended and said to me, you have touched me. My daughter is in intensive care. I don't remember the topic we were on, but it was a topic and she came and she said, you touch me. My daughter is in intensive care. We are to be more considerate of what we say and what we do. And every time when I speak here, I said, we wouldn't know. And some of the times, the things that people say is more to rip people apart than for them to feel good. Right? My entire topic that is up there that I came to speak on, the whole thing just sort of changed. But I am still going to touch a little part of it. Okay? So we are to be careful. We are to be careful. Yeah. And that young man, come to think of it, I don't even know if it's a young man or a young girl, to be honest to you. Because honestly, I can't use the names to say it's a girl or it's a boy. Because sometimes the names, I did that here already, and only to realize I was doing a cross thing here. So I don't use the names to say. So to be honest to you, I don't even know if it's a young man or a young girl. But all I know, that is somebody that is grieving and will be ever grieving. Is not the loss of the mother, is the way in which he lost his mother. She wasn't sick. That he looked and said, Mommy's sick and, the condition getting worse or whatever. Whether by the neck or by a weapon or but something. And she decided, I can't take it anymore. But she did not look at it and said, I have young. I can be balanced with them. And she make up her mind to do what she done. So it's not just the debt, but it's the way, the kind of debt that, and that will ever resonate with him as long as he live. That's it. You understand? It will ever be there. So we're here to uplift people's spirit, not to make them feel like, you know, it big up. Thank you very much. Anyhow, let me touch a piece of what I was going to say because it's there. Now, do not look at it and say, I am just 20, I am just 10, I am just so, I am just so. My thing is preparing for retirement. Sometimes the retirement is not because of age. Sometimes because of ill health. Sometimes you lost a member on your body or something that brings you into retirement early. This is one of the things we do not speak about. Because when you say retirement, you're looking to, oh my God, then, but no. Thank you, it. We don't speak about this topic. We don't. But it's a topic that we should speak about. Yeah. It's a topic. And in today's age that we are living, there are so many things happen. Some person overwork and underpaid. Some person cannot keep up with an insurance. And of course some of the insurance, oh my God, oxtail rice and stripe oh that go red stripe there. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself. Good. Some of the things You're overworked and you're underpaid. Sometimes you look at it, you cannot save anything from it, but you have to save something. And persons always ask, how much should we retire with? No, that is a very puzzling question, to be honest. Because the goods you bought, you use $50 and you get a cart full of goods. By the time you reach retirement, you will have to use $200 to get the same cart of goods because the things are going up. So to say, okay, we can retire with $1 million not getting you anywhere. Because by the time you think of, okay, I'm not working, I am retired. God bless if you retired in good health because you can do something else. And before you get to that point, try to get something put in place that will be a retirement income. Don't wait until you're retired and then you're going to get this little money um what every month or every fortnight, whatever, however they paid it, right? And you get that little money. Sometime when before you get it, it's finished. So in preparing for retirement, it is good for you, for us, to put things in place. The retirement journey is not an easy one. Yeah. A year girl? Okay, sweetie. Right. The retirement journey is not an easy one. Whose birthday was yesterday? Your birthday was yesterday? I did sing happy birthday, but anyway, I'll give you a next shout out. When you think of you are going to be leaving the job you are in 5 years, 10 years, one of my things that I always said, and I found it out to be, you know, helpful. If you are in with a company for 10 years, it's not everywhere give the same thing. Exactly so. So if you start working at 18, start your things, right? Well, but automatically, your pension plan, the government have a pension for you. You can start at one as well. But if you work at a place for 10 years, I understand in the US it's 5 years. In my country, it is 10. When you do 10 years, then your pension started there. I understand the other day we were on a discussion, and I understand that in the US, it's when you reach 5 years. What I do, and this is what a lot of persons done when they found out certain things. So if you work one company for 5 years straight, so you know that much putting aside, have something else that you you leave that job in good standing, and you can go and start a next job where they are taking you will get a pension from. So when you're coming down to that time, you will be having two pensions from two different places. And if you can do three, you can do 5 years there again, and you go and you do a next 5 years there. Nice. In my country, persons do 10 years successfully, as I do. I did 10 years with one place. I started with I leave that with the next place, and I couldn't do 10 years anyhow, because guess what? I started to travel. But I started to work with that first 10 years from my early age. And so I work with other places. So I came to this country, I travel here and work here. I did have my working visa. I went back home, I came back here, and then until, yeah, I just love traveling. So here am I going all over the place. Yeah. But upon that, I'll be getting two pension, plus other places that they do their deduction. So they will go in and they will find all the places that I did work and get all that little two pence penny and put it down there. Understand? So it's a journey where if you are at one place and you have reached 65, 70, what, 60, 62 or something, 70, somewhere there about, and you were at that one place until that age, you need to, when you're going to leave that job, sometimes you don't leave sick, you're in good health, good standing, you know, just find the youthful times to be up and down. When you woke up tomorrow morning and you're not going to work, it makes you feel different. It's like a child going to school, and when your last days at that school and you're home before you get into a college or so, you feel, because you're used to the going out to work, coming in from work, and you have your thing going. Some person, it rocks their mind, really put them unstable. Immediately you started one. And with that, if you can start a business on your own, you call that the pension, the retirement income. Some persons have not worked at places where they really get a good pension, you know? Good. So if you can start something and to say, okay, let me put this together. Call dealer. Hmm. Let me put this together. So you start a little business. You have a little income. What you're saying now, the money you work for, you eventually let the money start working for you. Okay? So now you work for this money. So you can sit aside and have the money working for you. But this is something that you have to be so, you know, have a mindset, because sometimes ill health come in. And when you think you have some money, you have to go into it. The doctor, maybe you have to do an operation that is money eating away. Sometimes you still have children who are going to tertiary institution, right? So it is best when you started, you put something away, start your thing, and you start getting something. The health insurance is there, and well, mm, yes. And again, you have to be sure of the insurance that you're going into. Don't just go into it because they are saying, okay, this one is good. Everyone is good. Everyone is good until when that time comes for you to get your insurance payback, you're having problem with them. So check it out properly. This is something that relatives, family rather, sit down and get the hat together. I've seen persons reach retirement, and when they reach retirement, they have nothing. They have nothing. Because 60 look far away. It look far like Kilimanjaro mountain. So we're going to take a long time to reach there. Inflation step in. A lot of things step in. Sometimes you're working and you hear that, okay, we have to cut staff. And guess what? If you are at the head of the perimeter, that's where they start cut from. They start chop you from the head and you come down. Okay, you lost your job very quickly before you know it. You lost your job. You're still in the working age. You lost your job. You may not pick up a job same time. And if you're thinking to start a business, it's going to take some money to start the business. So guess what? Some of the spending that we do, we need to throw that money into a piggy bank. What is that? Okay. Throw some of that money into a piggy bank. Because some persons, they do useless spending. It is not nice. There are some persons you saw on the street, and this is something it bother my head. And you're asking, oh my God, what were he doing all this time? Sometimes him saving, sometimes him try to do something. But most of the time, she is my mother. But most of the time, things went down the hill. Sometimes we allow it to do that. We don't put a brake on certain things. And because of that, you find yourself in a jam. You find yourself, you can't pay the rent. You're thrown out of the street because nobody is asking you, oh, oh, you're not working? Oh, you're retired? Oh, they need their money. They need their money. So this is what they're going after. So sit and plan retirement. It is important. There are some person have to end up in the home. And on the next hand, this may sound very harsh. And it's not that we don't love our children and we don't love our family. But I have seen some trend. And the trend I saw is that I question myself. I ask question. I know I'm not getting an answer, but I'm still asking question. Before you start having children or while having children, you said, okay, I'm going to buy a house because we want our children to grow up, you know? Nobody want to be in a rented house with people are in a difference. So we want to have our own nice little life. And you bought that property, and this is what you said, for the children. Some persons end up with tears every day. We love our children and we do all the best to them, Sirim. We do all the best to them. We gave them what we have to give them. We put them through school, through college, through, and even sometimes when they're working, you have to be going in your pocket and said, okay, because things are not smoothing out as yet. And it is so sad, very sad, that when these children grow up, man and woman take responsibility for themselves. They decide to uproot their parent and throw them into a place, and they decided to sell the house. Plan for those things. It was only yesterday, I'm looking on it and I am saying, sometimes when some persons say that they're not buying a house, sometimes you can't wrong them. You cannot wrong them because this is the father and the mother. This is the parent that have taken them through. And then at the end of the day, they are the ones decided they are not sticking around. They have their life to live. They have to travel here and they have their family and all the rest of it. And then they decided to sell the house. The same house that you said that you purchase, that your children lives independent. And when you get to an old age, you will have your own surrounding. You will be there. You have your own space, not sharing space with somebody else. And these are the same children that wants to throw you out. Yes. So you have to think on these things. You don't know which one of them is going to do it. You have some children stick with their parents, high or low. They are there. They want to see them live nice. And if their time comes for them to go, they go in dignity. You understand? So preparing for your retirement, it is a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. There's a lot of things that you have to put in place. Careful of your papers that you do. That you do up your things that look, you won't put me out to sold this house. I am going to stay here. We'll get a aid, and an aid will stay, and an aid get paid. Right? If not, you're sorry the very day. And I have met on people who are going through these things. We met on people. So think of it this way. Put your things in place. Long gone are the days When people used to say children or their pension, children is nobody's pension anymore. That have been thrown through the window. Persons usually have 10, 12, 15, and 20 children. And they say, let me have my children, them on my pension. Sorry. It has changed. Very changed. So you have to put things in place that you can eat and drink comfortable. You can stay in where you purchase comfortable. If you had to pay somebody to stay with, it can be done and you stay in your own space. You didn't hear of the lady that, why you came here? What? Listen to me. There's a woman in Africa. I remember it was in Ghana or which one of these places that have 44 picnic. How many is what as a children? 44 picnic. 44 picnic. They born in twos, threes, and I think maybe five. Yeah. When she reached 40, she had 44 children. Good. And I know women in the country I came from have up to 15 children. Birth 15 children. Understand? Yeah. So even though they will turn their backs on you, it's so hard to say, but it's true. Yet you cannot give them what they don't, what their rights, you give them, yeah. But when you are giving, be prepared that you sometimes may not see them for all 2 years, some of them. Oh, I have my business to do, I have this to do, and they have so much things to do. You did have that to do as well, but you did have to pay attention to them. You have to give them your undivided time. But this is children. Yeah. You have to stay there and you have to give them your undivided attention. You have to give them what they want. But when it reach down to you, oh, oh, so don't ruin. Exactly so. Exactly so. But guess what? If such a condition should take place with any person you know or whatever, you just want to know you were the one who spent on these children. You did not give them out, you didn't pawn them out, you didn't sell them. You can put them before the court. And this is what a lot of persons don't know. You can put them before the court for parent support. Yes. And I'm gonna tell you a story, and this is when you hear I say the things every night, I don't read them into a fairy tale book. No. Um, most definitely, of course. This lady, she have 8 children. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 7 children. Her first husband, she have 6 children for that first husband. Whatever went wrong throughout and through in, that marriage went on the rock. And she married a second time. And she have 1 child for the last husband. After she's the last one, the other 6 are much big people than her. You have cabinet maker who that make furnitures. All of them branch out doing well. Doing well. The mother, she worked until she didn't maybe check herself or ignore maybe some of the things that have happened. She took sick and she lost one of her leg to diabetes. So now she can't work. Her husband alone is working. The daughter, who is the last child for her, go to school, come back, been there. None of the big ones, none of the older ones have not paid any attention to this woman. And that situation went on until, she's asking, she eventually lost, I think she eventually lost the two legs. That young girl, after be lifting the mother, she had a wheelchair, but she have to be lifting her, and when she called for help from the siblings, some will cook and say, "Oh, I passing by. I just dropping off this. I can't stay," and they are gone. If it's for the doctor, it's she. Everything is that little young girl. And one day, one sweet day, her father did some work for me, and he sent her for the money, and she was in tears, and she cried. She cried. Somebody met her along the way and said to her, "Go to the court's office. Go to the court's office." And she went. Yeah. All six were drawn up in front of the judge. All six. And they said that their sister is wicked. Yeah. The judge ordered all six give them their sum of what to pay to their mother and to get somebody to stay with her and pay. All six. The young lady was so knowledgeable. She said, "My Honor, I would rather they put the money at the court's office and the court's office will get it to me. Because if you said, okay, they're going to take it to her, they're not going to do it." And at the end of the day, the mother died in that child's hand. She couldn't actually do anything for herself. Her schooling have to stop because her father alone couldn't manage, and she gave up everything and said, "Let me do it for her." And at the end of the day, her mother, who has six other children, it's the one that stood up for her mother. Understand? People, so make preparation, not depending. Let they surprise you. Let it come. Right here, I have a private case. And she mourned and she groaned. After 60 years in her dwelling, her grown boys wanted her to go into an assistive living. These boys, they have their homes, their cars, their yachts, and all of what the privilege, good job, and all of it. Yet they wanted to sold the house, and the mother must go into an assistive living. So when I am saying this, hi Bob and Bobby, when I am saying these things do happen. It's not must you, but put in place. Be proactive, not reactive. So be proactive in all of what you are doing. Yes, people will do, and yet, so be proactive. Prepare, and it don't come. But put your things in such a way that you will live and enjoy your retirement. Because that is the time, you get work, you're not working, you may have a business or you have something going, but you can say, okay, you know, I can go for a retreat someplace. I can go and spend 2 days. You don't have certain things worrying about, and your pocket stay good. That will take you through. Yes. So, thank you very much. This was one of my topic. I feel like talking about it. Tell you what, sometimes girls have it harder, but men have it harder yet. And listen why. The girl may just met on a husband who swept her off her feet. And it could be one with a very stretchy pocket. Bank stay good. Everything stay good. And she is in luxury. She went straight into luxury. Where the men is, yes, women live longer than men, and sometimes it changes. And sometimes we the women do not take good care of ourselves, especially when you start having children. Some persons, some women, and I respect the women now that they look beyond having the children. I'm not saying I support them going to do only for reconstruction and themselves. But I respect and they understand that after you having your children, you get your tone up, you get a thing done and look good. You understand? But some women, they have their and from the start having children, they throw up themselves. I'm gonna have a live on that one of the day. They just throw themselves. Can't bother. You understand? But that doesn't stop you from looking after yourself. And sometimes because they just throw up themselves, not looking after themselves, of course, they get in difficulty and a business with them health and just do anything, just anything. Yeah. And that don't spell well with them. Where the men is concerned now, the men always have to work and put together preparation for a woman. Hence, you saw a lot of young men moving on to the cougars, especially when they have something. But men have it much harder because, and you find a lot of parents will leave things for the will leave things for the boys. will even help them to build a house if they want it. Because some of them, they put everything here and there and don't think twice if things not going good. Oh, the woman will shove him straight through the door. And him shack up with a friend and him shack up because the men don't think either. They do things to show off their feather. They are like peacock. You ever see the peacock? Uh-uh. Do a research on the peacock. It's when I see the PN, they just open up their feathers, it's pretty. Ooh, they're stepping around. They just show it a shake, and that is exactly how the men live. Okay, they just do it to get the attention of the woman. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't stop counting. Wow, that's running him down. Yes. Yeah. They just you look at them ones. Most first time, sometimes person thought is the PNs, those are the people. No, it's the cock. Oh, when you look at them when they're stepping around. Oh man, it's like when one of the guys buy a nice gentleman shoes and put on, and you see the peacock can just step around, and when you look at the PN, and just shh, and when you do that, you just seem that. Oh, look at me! Wow, I'm I'm handsome. Look at me! Look at me! I'm so. That's what the men behave. He's what the men behave. Being attractive bring trouble. Just like that. He saw the ends, he saw the men behave, right? Oh, I have a fiery. And wow, wow. And every girl want to model on his hand. He's in a good job and every girl want to model on his hand. And you think he's only modeling? Wow. She need a car too. Yes, she need a car. And she don't want one lower than the one you have. Good. She will need a house as well. Gold diggers. Right? So the men always been brought down through these things. But you have some wise ones. You have some wise ones. Right? I don't know how far and few between they are. But you have some wise one. But the men always get it other because a woman will work and save her money and put it to what she wanted. A man will waste his money. And what he wasted on. You know how much he paid to get that girl down, is it? You know how much he paid. Oh, I need $200,000 to the. Okay, darling, I'm coming. I'm lonely. So most of the time, they waste their money, and when they start catching up, they are so far gone that they can't catch up in the race. Well, yeah. While the girls, the same nice man, swept her off her feet. And yeah, this is one of his trophy. Right? So sometimes the women may have it hard because some of them too, everything that looks like love, them say is love. Everyone that say, okay, you spent for me and they do it. And then when they fall on the rock, I think him did love me. He said that he loves me. And a lot of squealing went on. What is that? What's the biggest animal taking a flight? I don't know, I see people took dog. I don't know if you have an next bigger one that you could took on the flight. Unless it's maybe an animal flight. You don't know. Right? So these are some of the things, and these are some of the we find ourselves in. And at the end of the day, it looks like, you know, you didn't even try. Well, you do try. Okay, sweetie, have a good one. Right? You do try. Yes, you do try. A dog is most I could take it. Yeah, I saw people with dog. And not big dog either, though. The little one. I am on a flight and a lady with was a dog in her bag. It was still good to know that it was a dog sitting there into the bag. And he's so quiet. He's in her clutch bag. I was like, excuse me. But then when we were, oh, Hamar, you were here. When we reached landing and, getting out, she was pull up with them, my dear, because the dog didn't have any passport. And that was when I was going to Canada. The doggy didn't have no passport. And they say it's illegal for him to travel without a passport. And I'm like, really? When you travel, you learn some things. You get some things that you didn't know. Because I didn't know the dog you have to have a passport and have to show his medical records and all the rest of these things to enter into people's country. Yeah, so that is it. I'm all right. Hot dog. You ate two hot dogs today? Really? A good thing they weren't on the flight. Okay, it was a nice. Thank you very much. It was an let's what's up here. You came when I am going to be 60310, 603 9, 9 and 4. But you came when I am going to be leaving. Oh, we are on almost 2 hours. Just few seconds less, 2 hours. It was good. And we speak about Amar, please, if you are not planning for your retirement, but start put some plan in place, okay? Likewise, only the hot dogs you're gonna eat. Thank you for your talk today. You are so welcome, Daniel. Thank you very much for being here with me. Okay, so Omar, please start putting plans for your retirement in place and try to have your little business on the side. Because guess what? If you even retire with $1 billion, by the time some things may happen, when you look, you didn't even see the hole that $1 billion went through. Yeah. Going to be retired with so much. Okay. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure having you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. Thank you for your listening ears. Thank you very much. It is a joy, it's a pleasure. Remember now, remember, love yourself. No one can love you like you love yourself. Love yourself, care for yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and say to self, I love you. Okay? Do that and be cognizant of your surrounding. Where you are, who you are around, who are they? Be cognizant of your surrounding. Yeah. That was my topic today. I'm not telling you to retire. I'm not telling you to retire. I said make plans. Put plans in place. That when that time comes. Thank you very much. Bye. It's a good one. When that time's come, you will be in a good footing, okay? So I'm not telling you to retire, my sweetie. I would never do that. Okay, thanks, Reden. Thank you very much. It is time for me to go now, and we will meet apparently tomorrow. I love, please love you. I love you, Omar. Is that Omar? Is Omar telling me that? You don't love yourself? You better love yourself, my dear. I can't love you. My love might be a fake one. You ever see the fake love them? Yeah, they are fake love, you know. Yeah. Teyat. Aye, welcome. Anyhow, it was all good for us to be here. And thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? Thank you very, very much. God bless each and every one of you that have tuned in tonight. May God bless you all, bless your family, bless your business, bless your work, bless your finance, bless the kitchen, blessing abundantly upon all of you. And you will not fall into any ditch that you can't get out of. Let sickness be away from you. Let good health prevail as you go along. Okay? So thank all of you, all of who my supporters who have supported me throughout. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay? Thank you. And so I am tuning out until next day. Raiden, 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 Raiden. That is it. You know, I just do some smoothie. I had earlier. I was on the road and I came. When I came, I said, okay, I am going to do a live tonight. So I just grabbed some grains, some nuts, and I think ripe banana, ripe plantain, or something like that. Cut a mango and these things and just dump them in that and just and here I have a smoothie. So I just have a smoothie for my dinner. You know, yeah. Okay, Omar, it's time for me to close. It's just like 1 minute or 2 minutes left. So, what you? Oh, you say you had two hot dogs for your dinner. Do you pull Sprunk Sprunky? That's what it pronounced, Sprunky. I Sprunky. Yeah, I just have 1 more minute to leave. I'm just waiting for it to. So it is, yeah, 1 hour and 59 minutes. So as soon as it's reached 59:60, bye. Love all of you. Love you, love you, love you. Have a productive, have a restful. Omar, I think you're going to rest tomorrow. You're not working tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. You're taking the day off. You're resting. Do your cleaning up. Do your dusting. Do your cooking. Do your walk. Do your relax. I think that is what you're going to do tomorrow. Tell me I'm not truthful. Tell me no, this is not what you're going to do. Okay? Take a walk. Stretch. Relax. Where are you is it's cold? Well, if it is cold, then you know you have to bundle up. Yes, I am leaving now. And I am saying to you, tomorrow is your rest day. You're not going to work. So you are going to do your laundry, do your dusting, and you're going to relax with maybe two more hot dogs and a drink. A nice cool beer and enjoy the winter. The coolness. Bye, Amor. Bye, everyone. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here. Respect to each and every one of you. Respect, 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 respect. Respect you. Okay. Paul, you're giving me a tongue twist with the name. Okay, respect. India, yeah, from India. Respect, respect. Bye, bye, bye. It's a pleasure. Bye. Tuning out.